Good morning, my dear student. Welcome you in online class of Valsadna Public Education. Myself, Parveen Chaudhary, TGT, Social Science in Valsadna Public School, Budagorji. Today we started our new topic and chapter number 3 of class 10th RBSc English medium, English Empire and its resultant conflicts. And this is the part of the medieval history. So first, I discuss with you some basic detail about the history and about the English Empire. History divided into three parts: ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. Ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. Ancient history, we studied about the starting of starting of Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Paleolithic age, and in the medieval history, we studied about the Delhi Sultanate, Afghan rulers, Turkey rulers, Khorasan invaders, and they attack on the India during the medieval period. And this is modern history about the after the Mughal Empire. We study in modern history of India. So Mughal rule in first medieval history, Delhi Sultanate, Delhi Sultanate rule in India. After the Delhi Sultanate, Mughal rule started in 1526 by Babur, and Mughal rule started from 1526 to 1857. Last Mughal emperor was Bahadur Shah Zafar II or Bahadur Shah II. We divided Mughal rule into two parts. First, powerful powerful Mughals, and later Mughals. These later Mughals were incapable and weak successors, and the last powerful Mughals, Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shahjahan, and Aurangzeb. These were the powerful Mughals. So our topic is English Empire and conflict with the different states. And after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, Mughal Empire or India got divided into different independent states, and these were Hyderabad, Maratha, Zat, Sikh. These were prominent independent state after the death of Aurangzeb. Hyderabad ruled by Nizam, Maratha ruled by Chhatrapati Shivaji, Jat in Rajasthan, UP and Haryana. Sikh prominent in Punjab. So these states declare himself as the independent ruler of these provinces after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 AD. So these provinces or these rulers fight against the later Mughals, in which in which Maratha become more powerful. Maratha become more powerful. Maratha become more powerful. Maratha, in previous video we studied about the Maratha were the first Hindu rulers who established their control all over the India. So Maratha conflict with the Mughals and established their and expanded kingdoms, a large kingdom in the India. So if we see English empire come in India at the time of Jahangir. Jahangir rule started from Jahangir rule started from 1605 to 1627. In this, two British ambassador named Captain Hawkins and Sir Thomas Roy. Both were visited during the Jahangir reign. So English Empire, English East India Company, East India Company come India in 1600 AD for the purpose of trade and business. Trade and business, and they set up their empire in entire India. So before the going on English East India Company, we studied something about or some basic detail Maratha in 1757. In 1757, a battle took place between Maratha and Afghan, and this battle is known as the Battle of Plassey. Battle of uh, 61. 61. Third Battle of Panipat. Third Battle of Panipat took place between Maratha and Afghan. In Maratha side, Peshwa named Sadasiv Rao. Sadasiv Rao, and from Afghan side, Ahmad Shah Abdali. Ahmad Shah Abdali. Ahmad Shah Abdali and Sadashiv Rao fought the third battle of Panipat in 1761 AD. In this battle, Maratha lost their power and Ahmad Shah Abdali won the battle, and Maratha become weak after this battle, and at this times East India Company established their factory in the or their office residency in the Bengal, and they East India Company or Britisher wanted to control over Maratha Empire. East India Company established their control over Bengal. Before the arrival of East India Company, some foreigner comes to India, and these were Portuguese, Dutch, British, and French, in which British was the most powerful. British was the most powerful foreigner. British East India Company got the permission with the England Queen Elizabeth first on 31st December 1600 AD, and granted to a charter to this company to trade with East. In this order, East India Company opened its first factory in Surat in 1612 AD, and East India Company built a fort named Saint George Fort. Fort name Saint George in In Madras, 1640 AD. East India Company obtained zamindari of 38 villages in 1717. Means East India Company got obtained zamindari of 38 villages of 38 village in 1717 AD by a farman or order issued by Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar. In exchange of 3,000 rupees, the emperor made the company goods duty free and granted rebate in the toll tax. Rebate means concession. East India Company also got the right to issue dastak. Dastak is a special permission letter. In this term, East India Company fulfill their economic purpose, and the Western country made their colony in different countries and later established their empire. British Through this, British colonialism started in India with the dispections of oppression
and exploitation. India has been a prosperous country since ancient time. So, with the other country of the world, the British were looking at India, and so they become ruler from the trader. Due to British, India social, economic, and cultural systems were badly damaged. Now, on 23rd September 1600 AD, Britain leading trader started the British East India Company as a joint capitalized or joint venture by the name of Governor and the Company of Merchant of London, and they wanted to trade with east, eastern countries. And in this term, on 21st December 1680, Britain Queen Elizabeth first gave this company to right to trade with the East. And in 1612, East India Company established a permanent trading house in Surat, and they built a fort named St. George in Madras in 1640 AD. In 1717, after receiving a declarations form from the Mughal Emperor Farrukh Shah, the company got ownership of 38 villages. Means the company got jamidari of 38 villages, and in the exchange they gave 3000 rupees per annual to Mughal Emperor Farrukh Shah, and they also freed from the custom duties on their goods and got the right to release dastak. Dastak is a special permission letter issued by the Mughal Emperor Farrukh Shah for non-payment of tax. Now company gave the more attentions on Bengal. Before 1757, British won their supremacy by defeating European companies, and after receiving the declaration form from the Mughal, the East India Company interference increased in the Bengal. On Before the attack on Bengal of British East India Company, the Bengal ruled by a Nawab named Ali Wardi Khan. Ali Wardi Khan of Bengal died, and after that his sister son named Sirajuddaulah became the Nawab of Bengal. Siraj ud Daulah. Siraj ud Daulah was the son of Ali Wardi Khan younger sister, and Sirajuddaulah became the Nawab of Bengal after the death of Ali Wardi Khan. So, while the governor of Purnia, Sokat Jung, wanted to be Nawab, and Ali Wardi Khan appointed Sirajuddaulah as a Nawab of Bengal. And in this term, governor of Purnia, Shokat Khan. Shokat Khan wanted to be the Nawab of Bengal, and this tragedy take a serious condition in Bengal, and its resultant of Battle of Plassey in 1757. Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey. And this British East India Company took the advantage of this opportunity and sheltered to Nawab obedient Shokat Khan. In this resultant, the Battle of Plassey started on 23 July 1757, in which British conquered and Nawab Sirajuddaulah was killed, and British made the Nawab of Bengal as Mir Jafar, which established British supremacy in Bengal. Mir Jafar was the chief commander of Siraj-ud-Daulah, and Mir Jafar also wanted to become as a Nawab of Bengal. So in this greed, Mir Jafar went to East India Company or Britishers, and Britisher got a opportunity of this, and British gave a greed to Mir Jafar to become the Nawab of Bengal. So a battle fought between Sirajuddaulah and Britishers, and this battle is known as the Battle of Plassey. In 1760, Mir Jafar could not supply to the British. Now, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal, and Mir Jafar adopted the supremacy of Britishers, and he worked as the puppet of Britisher. He puppet of British officer. In this term, Mir Jafar in 1760, Mir Jafar could not supply money to British, and the British made Mir Qasim as the Nawab of Bengal. After becoming the Nawab, Mir Qasim attempted to get back administration of Bengal, but did not get success due to the British interference and corruptions. And this is difference between financial matter and various facilities were increased between Mir Qasim and Britishers. As a result, a battle named Battle of Buxar started in 64 AD. held on 22 October 1764 AD, in which in which British got victory, and this war was proved to be more fatal for the Indians. And after this battle, the Britishers got the civil rights of Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha, and also damaged Indian history and trade too. So this is the about the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar. So I hope you understand about the emergence of British East India Company and the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar. Thank you. Have a nice day.